It's going to be very sheer, it's going to be very see-through, and it's going to look really cheap.
To all the ladies in the place with style and grace. To all the ladies in the place with...
Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another video in my fashion series, so let's get straight into it. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about online shopping and some of my favorite stores to shop at for clothes. So if you haven't watched my previous video in this fashion series, I'm going to link it down below for you guys to go check out, because I talk about finding your own personal style and things like that. And before you go shopping, you always want to make sure that you have an idea of what your personal style is and what kind of clothes you are looking for. So the objective of this video is to avoid wasting money on clothes you can't fit and to ensure you purchase clothes that you actually wear. So for a long time, I would be one of those people who would do a bunch of shopping, and then once my items arrive, nothing fits right. I don't like the way that it looks. I'm not happy with the quality. It was always one of those what I ordered versus what I actually received type of situations. And it took me a while to realize that there is a science, I don't want to say it's a science, but there is strategy when it comes to online shopping. So if you are going to be doing online shopping, you want to make sure that you're being strategic about the things that you're purchasing. And this is going to sound like common sense, but I used to never do this when I was shopping. So the first thing you want to do is actually read the product details. See what kind of material the clothing is actually made with. That is going to be the biggest factor in the quality of the item, especially since you can't physically touch it and see what it's made with. You have to keep in mind, when these stores post these photos of their clothes, these are professional photos taken in professional studios with professional cameras and professional lighting, and on top of that, they are retouched by professionals. Okay, so they'll put up a dress and the dress may look like it's super high quality on the model, but then when you get it at home, you realize it's really cheap. So you always want to look at the details. So most clothing, they're going to be made out of cotton and polyester, but it's one particular material that you need to avoid. It's called viscose. Viscose is a really cheap material. I find that like a lot of basics, like super simple bodycon dresses and stuff like that, they're made out of viscose. If you do purchase something that's made out of viscose, I recommend getting dark colors. If you get like a white that's made in that viscose material, then it's going to be very sheer, it's going to be very see-through, and it's going to look really cheap. So I have clothes that are made out of that material and I still wear them, but when I wear them, I'm not trying to look super expensive, or you know, I know that this is a very cheap piece of clothing before I purchase it. So I try to stick to and find clothes that have a high percentage of cotton. Cotton is just a solid material. I'll do a polyester. When it comes to clothes that have stretch, it's usually going to have a percentage of spandex or elastane. I do think I like clothes that have elastane over spandex. Spandex can be really cheap too, especially if it's mixed with that viscose. Actually, this shirt that I have on now is made out of cotton and elastane. And then the next tip that a lot of people overlook when purchasing clothes online is reading the size chart. I've wasted so much money purchasing clothes because I assume my size and it arrives and it's either too big or it's too small. If you don't know your measurements, you need to get you some measuring tape and take your measurements, bust, waist, and hips, so that when I'm purchasing clothes online, when I go to the size chart, I can pick a size based on my actual measurements and not based on what I assume my size is because I wear a certain size in another brand. The main two tips again when it comes to online shopping: reading the product details and reading the size chart. Once I started doing this, I started having overall successful online orders. It cut back a lot on how much money I was wasting on clothes that didn't fit. Alright, now I'm going to tell you guys some of my favorite stores to shop at online and in person. So honestly, I shop at a lot of the same places that everyone else shops at, but I do shop at different stores for different reasons. I'm going to give you pros and cons to each store. So my first go-to place when it comes to online shopping is ASOS.com. ASOS has been around for a long time. I have been purchasing clothes from them at least for like maybe 8-9 years, I'd say. So the thing I really like about ASOS is that they carry a variety of brands, like literally over 100 different type of brands, and it ranges from low end to high end and then everything in between. So I think ASOS is a good one-stop shop. I think it's just a good place for everyone to shop at, regardless of your budget. It's not like it's just a bunch of random brands that you'd never heard of. They have like a lot of very well-known brands on that site. So ASOS.com is definitely one of my go-to places when it comes to shopping. So the downside with ASOS is that, yeah, they offer a large variety, but sometimes it can be a little overwhelming searching through the website just because it's just so much. Another one of my favorite places to shop is Zara. So here's the thing with Zara. So let me give you guys the pros. So overall quality is very solid. Like, everything that I've ordered or purchased from Zara, I never really have issues with the quality. Like, they're definitely not the cheapest, but they're not super expensive either, especially considering the quality of their clothes. Now, here's the thing about Zara. I just feel like a lot of people like rave over Zara about how good their clothes are. And yes, the quality is good, but I don't always like the style of Zara, especially online. I don't like the way that they style their models, but the way that they style their models does not mirror the way that I like to dress. So sometimes it's hard finding clothes because if I'm looking at the models, like I'm a visual person, so when I'm looking at the clothes on the model, it could be a really pretty blouse, but if they style it in a way that I don't like, then I end up not liking the blouse. I do find that I have more success when I shop in store with Zara versus when I shop online. Online, I feel like I don't purchase as much, but if I go into an actual Zara store, I'm more likely to purchase clothes. So now I'm gonna move on to more of the like fast fashion websites. Fast fashion has become really popular over the last few years. I feel like a lot of these stores has like a bad reputation, and the quality of fast fashion is always going to be a little on the lower end, but that's because a lot of the times with fast fashion is more dependent on like what's in right now, what's super popular, what's trendy. So if you do like to keep up with trends and you don't like to spend a lot of money, then fast fashion is going to be your go-to. So I'll start with like one of the most popular that kind of kicked off, I feel like, everything with the fast fashion, and that is Fashion Nova. So honestly, I'm not like the biggest fan of Fashion Nova, and as far as the stuff that I ordered, like my birthday dress actually was from Fashion Nova this year, and overall I like the dress. Fashion Nova is very trendy. They stay up to date on the trends and what's popular right now. I just feel like I'm not the targeted demographic for their clothes. I feel like their clothes are made for like really curvy women, which I'm not, so I just don't find myself gravitating towards them. So when it comes to fast fashion, I think my favorite website to shop at is Missguided. Out of all of the popular fast fashion websites, I feel like Missguided has the best quality. It's rare that I purchase something from Missguided that I don't like. They have really good like nighttime going out dresses. I think when it comes to trends, they're not always as fast with the trends. I feel like it's trendy classic. So they have like some trendy stuff. So if you're really into like the super trendy stuff, maybe you may not like it. But I think they're like more trendy classic. So it has a hint of trend, but it's something that can be pretty classic and timeless as well. But yeah, Missguided is definitely my favorite. They have really good going out dresses and event dresses and stuff like that. So the next one is Pretty Little Thing. Another website that people rave over. I purchased a lot of stuff from Pretty Little Thing. Like, their stuff on the website always looks really cute, but their sizing is so hit or miss. Like, I don't know what it is with Pretty Little Thing's sizing, but it's terrible. Like, that is definitely something that they need to work on. Even when I like order according to my measurements, it's still like a hit or miss thing. And I think what it is that a lot of their clothes are made for like hourglass shapes. So if I don't have no hourglass shape, I'm gonna have an issue with the sizing. That's kind of the issue I have with Pretty Little Thing. Similar to kind of like Fashion Nova, they're like tailored towards really hourglass Coke bottle type of shapes. If I can say one really good thing that I like about Pretty Little Thing is that they have very good knitwear. I've purchased a lot of sweaters, cardigans, all of that from Pretty Little Thing, and every time I buy any type of sweater from their website, I always like it. And it's the fall time right now, so sweaters, you need you some good sweaters right now. So if you're looking for good sweaters, I definitely recommend Pretty Little Thing. The next one is Boohoo. I used to order from them a lot a few years ago. I don't find myself purchasing much from them as of lately. I feel like I used to buy a lot of work shirts and work blouses from them, so I can say that's good. If you watched my first video where we talked about identifying your style, I talked a lot about lifestyle. I do work a 9-to-5 job, so I do need to purchase work clothes. Their quality is kind of, it's not terrible, but it's not super high quality either. Overall, they're okay. Boohoo is really affordable, and they also have really good deals. So that's a good thing about them, is that you can find really affordable clothes. The last fast fashion website that I'm going to talk about is Shein. Shein has also been around for a long time, but I just recently started purchasing from them this year. So the thing with Shein that gets me, and I think that gets a lot of people, is that they are really affordable. So you really get a bang for your buck. It's not a wholesale website, but it kind of gives you like wholesale. Is it a wholesale? No, I don't think it's a wholesale website. But it gives you like wholesale vibes. And surprisingly, the quality isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like, you know, when you purchase like clothes wholesale, a lot of times they end up being like really cheap and really poorly made. But I've purchased a lot of cute things from Shein, and I was really surprised by the quality. So if you are trying to build your wardrobe, or if you are looking to order a lot of clothes and not spend as much money, I definitely recommend Shein, because yeah, she will get you a lot of stuff. So when it comes to purchasing clothes in store, I honestly shop at a lot of like regular places still. H&M is always a good go-to. They're pretty much everywhere. If you have a mall in your city, it's usually easy to find a H&M. I don't know how well spread Express is, but Express can be a little more expensive, but I do like going to Express for jeans. Another place I like to shop is Target. Only thing with Target is that some of their stuff is really overpriced. Like, I should not be paying $30 for a shirt at Target. Like, I just should not. And then the last store that I like to go to in person is Old Navy. I've been needing work clothes, and Old Navy is good for like work pants, because when you dress professional, it can be a little boring sometimes. And yeah, I liked Old Navy because they would have like really cute prints and different fits, so it wouldn't feel like you were kind of dressed stuffy. So yeah, that's it for this video. Honestly, as long as you get your sizing right and you are purchasing clothes that are made from good material, you can honestly shop anywhere. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope that it was informative and that it was helpful. So thank you all for watching. Do not forget to like this video, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Snatched by Sharmel, and I'll see you all in the next video.